Hello, we are live. Uh, this is so exciting. It is so cool to have you. Welcome to the Home Delivery 24-hour Play Festival. This has been a whirlwind of a day, and we are just so pumped to be able to deliver the end product to you, um, coming from our living rooms to yours. If you are not familiar with the 24-hour format, here's a quick breakdown. Last night, the actors and writers that you'll see here got together, and it was only then that the writers found out who they'd be writing for and what the requirements would be. The writers were tasked with putting together 10-minute plays that involved the theme escape and included a time or timepiece, the weather, and a literary reference. So from 8:30 p.m. last night until 3 a.m. this morning, plays were being created. And when the performers woke up this morning, they learned what play they'd be doing and who they'd be doing it with. So after some quick rehearsals, we are here to present you the freshest art around. We're here tonight not only to express ourselves and scratch this itch, but to help raise awareness and money for Theater Strong, which benefits the theaters of the Rogue Valley here in Oregon. Obviously, we are all dealing with the current situation, and it presents unique challenges for everyone. For theaters, the end point of this is extremely uncertain. We don't know when we'll be back to anything close to normal. And the drive to create doesn't die just because we can't do it on a stage. We will be back, and theater will return. And we need to help ensure the life of these fantastic organizations so that we have great spaces to do live theater once we're able. So please give $5 or 10 or 25 to get yourself a really cool Theater Strong wristband. Even a small amount can make a really big difference to these theaters right now. You can find the links below in the description of this video. When you donate tonight, not if, but when you donate tonight, make sure to leave a comment. When you share your excitement and the story of your support, others are going to want to join you. It really is infectious. Maybe a weird choice of words there, but please give tonight because you're here because you love theater. It'd be weird if you weren't. So I love theater, you love theater. Let's come together and make sure that these theaters can make it through this time. Also, make sure to stay tuned to the end of tonight's performance, where I'm going to talk about what the plan is for the next performance here on this channel. So I'll get out of the way. Let's go on to tonight's performances. These are coming to you right from our living rooms to yours, so please bear with us through the joys and frustrations of technology. I'm sure you can understand. Our first play is Love in an Elevator by John Wing, which is featuring Brianna Gowland and Noah Fitterer. So let me bring those two into the chat. Here we go. And this is Love in an Elevator. Lights up. A couple in fancy attire appears. They're giggling, holding hands, rushing to an elevator door. It's unmistakable. Young love. The man pushes the button and it lights up. Nothing else happens, so he pushes it again. Again, again, again. He's clearly in a hurry. She playfully grabs his arm.
Okay. Sheesh, a little patience, maybe?
Patience? Now? No. The time for patience is over. The time for patience is way behind us at this point. I can't wait, literally, I can't. This elevator needs to hurry up and do the one thing it was built for.
Fair point on all counts.
Ooh. Thank you. I mean, someone has to keep a level head around here.
Well, I don't see why either of us should start now. Why don't you come here and wait for the elevator with me?
Where? Here? I'm standing right. Oh,
She sidles up close. They lean in for a kiss, finally. They are inches away when suddenly the telltale ding of the elevator's arrival and the doors open. They share an awkward moment, like when you think there's one more step at the top of the stairs, but there's not. She cuts the tension.
An omen. Let's go. We need to power through this latest delay and get to living happily ever after.
delay? What delay? Will you kiss me already?
Yes, kissing. I'm a fan of it. Looking forward to it with you, in fact. Also looking forward to many more things that lie in store for both of us once we bust out of this hotel, but you hit the wrong button.
Hey, look, I don't know what you've heard about me, but I don't normally do this kind of thing. I'm sorry if I did something to upset you. Can we just forget about it?
Listen, fella, as fun as it would be to torture you right now, you're doing fine. I meant you hit the wrong button for reals. You hit up. We need to go down.
You're too kind.
Stick with me, buckaroo. This ain't my first rodeo.
Duly noted.
Hey, can we note whatever we need to note, on the way down?
Oh, the button, yeah. No, I actually need to head back up to my room real fast before we leave. 3 minutes, tops.
3 minutes tops. I thought you hit it on accident, but you are trying to spoil this whole thing on purpose. You're getting cold feet. You are sabotaging us.
Okay, these horses of yours, I'm gonna need you to hold them. I'm doing no such thing. I just forgot my phone. Once I have that and whatever I can swipe from the minibar, we're out of here.
Your phone and some snacks. We had a 5-minute window.
5-minute window, I know. I think we can still make it though. We might not be all the way out by the time they realize we're gone, but they'll check our rooms first and we'll be long gone from there at least. They'll be so busy trying to wrangle everyone for pictures, we can make it work.
Nope, I'm sorry, we can't do that. I don't have this all worked out, but you're definitely not thinking clearly. By the time we get all the way up there and grab that stuff, it's 10 or 15 minutes at the least. All for what? A bunch of calls and texts that you're going to want to forget anyway.
Okay, you're right. You're what, 2 for 2 now? Let's just figure out how to get this thing turned around.
He starts looking at the elevator panel as if he knows what he's doing. He doesn't. Neither of them do.
What are you looking for?
The stop button.
Stop button.
What? Are you serious? What about when you needed to stop like we do right now?
I don't know. Why don't we call Arthur Elevator, inventor of the elevator, and ask him why there's not a button that magically stops the elevator when one of the parties realizes that they made a huge mistake and now nobody is happy?
Once we hang up with Arthur, can we get Isabella Q Matrimony on the phone and ask her the same question?
She presses a button.
What did you hit?
Don't worry about it.
Too late. What did you hit?
The next floor up so we can get off there, get back on, and get out of here.
Swing and a miss. 2 for 3 now.
He presses a button.
Explain yourself.
That's her dad's floor.
She presses and holds a button.
Well played.
Thanks. Explain yourself.
I read that if you hold the door close button, you can bypass stopping on a floor even if the button is pressed.
Do you know Arthur Elevator personally or something?
It's worth a shot. Otherwise, with our luck, we're about to be face to face with...
Ah!
He panics and hits basically every button.
Dude!
We can't. I can't. I'm not doing that.
The elevator doesn't stop.
Well, apparently we aren't. How did that happen?
She examines the panel. Like Josh, she doesn't know what she's looking for. There's a flash of light and a jolt of electricity.
What? I didn't do anything. I was just looking. I didn't...
He moves closer, puts his hand on her shoulder reassuringly.
You didn't do anything. I've messed it all up like usual. I lost my head.
They both look around. Something's different.
I think it's safe to say we are both off our game right now. Do you feel that?
I don't feel anything.
That's what I'm saying. We stopped.
Oh no.
Hang on, I'm sure it's just temporary. Let me take another look.
At the panel, at the buttons? Look, unless you weren't joking about all that Arthur Elevator crap, I suggest you stop pretending you have all the answers.
Excuse me. First of all, I never said I had all the answers. In fact, I explicitly stated that I didn't have this all worked out. So you need to pump the brakes on this new attitude. I heard about this kind of thing from you, and I tell you, I don't like it. You're so defensive.
Yeah, you've heard it all, I'm sure.
I have. In fact, a lot of the juicier tidbits are starting to come back to me. Let's see. There was something about a secret bank account. I remember that fiasco.
It wasn't secret.
Did she know about it?
No.
Secret.
She didn't ask.
Secret, secret, secret.
He presses a button. Nothing happens.
Nice try.
Sorry, I can't hear you from up there on that high horse of yours. Are you still a fan of kissing me? Is that even on the table anymore? Has this all been some elaborate ruse to get me locked in an elevator with you so you can hear me confess my sins before you drop me from the 100th floor? You know what? Don't answer. I would almost prefer that to whatever is really happening here. I am throwing away everything just because someone with eyelashes asked me to take a walk in the park on the most beautiful day of the year.
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
He presses a button. Nothing happens.
Really?
That one was to cut the tension.
Okay, you're 1 for 1. See, you don't mess everything up.
That's kind of you to say, eyelashes, but here we are besmirching the good names of Arthur Elevator and Isabella Q Matrimony. And what have we got to show for it?
You should get t-shirts made.
The wedding's off, obviously. I don't know what's going to happen between you two, but you're probably not going to be maid of honor at her next one. Which will probably be to some loser. This is quickly turning it into a Jane Austen novel. So much tension, and no one is even touching anyone else.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You are so many steps ahead of yourself there, my friend.
Oh, friends. Okay, already starting with the labels.
You're hilarious. So difficult to tell how you wound up here with the bride's half cousin or whatever. Regardless, you're in a broken elevator. We aren't going anywhere. Nothing has happened yet.
Nothing? Because I never closed the deal?
He pulls his phone out of his pocket and gestures with it to make a point. It's not a point that needed to be made, but he does it anyway.
Oh yeah, let me call her right now and tell her I didn't really cheat on her when we were supposed to be getting our pictures taken in some stuffy hotel because I was busy helping cousin Nikki out of her dress.
They both realize his mistake.
Are you kidding me?
He stares at the phone in his hand.
I can explain.
I don't see how.
I didn't know I had it.
She presses an elevator button. Nothing happens.
This is my work phone.
She presses a button again. Nothing happens.
Oh, this isn't a phone at all. It's sorry.
What were you thinking?
I did need to go to my room and the phone was the best excuse I could think of.
Oh, yeah, well, so far your story checks out. I remember you mentioned the minibar too, but I'm sure that was all a part of the ruse.
No, that was spite. Her dad has been horrible this whole week, and I figured I could get one last shot in by Robin Hooding myself some cashews for our gondola ride.
Gondola ride?
It was a distinct possibility. Ugh. I don't even know how I'm going to look at him now.
There you go again. Nothing has happened. Why don't you cut yourself some slack? Plus, I'd be okay avoiding a reputation as a homewrecker, considering I haven't even...
What? You've never done this kind of thing before? What was all that talk about your first rodeo? Have you never ridden a bull?
Okay, I have a hard enough time with baseball analogies. Let's not bring bull riding into this. I'm inexperienced to say the least, and I'm pretty sick of people holding it over my head, so can we please just drop it?
Hey, okay, I didn't mean anything by it, really. You brought up the rodeo in the first place. I'm not here to make you do anything you don't want to do, so let's just get that straight right now. Neither of us deserve a reputation we didn't earn, and earning that reputation is about the last thing on my mind right now.
Wow, thanks.
I'm just saying that I don't care if you've never done anything like this before. Neither have I. And if you haven't done anything else, who cares? You will when you're ready, or maybe you won't. It's not really as big of a deal as everyone makes it out to be.
Is that why you're here in this elevator with me and not taking overly post pictures with my half cousin?
Wow, thanks. I'm actually just trying to be nice. You're putting up walls, just as the prophecy foretold.
Oh God, here we go. The prophecy?
You're not just some half cousin to her, you know. I've heard a lot about you. You're the same cousin Nikki that lived with them for 3 years, right?
She nods.
Then you know why you're the maid of honor.
She hugs him.
Whoa! Wait till you hear how pretty she thinks you look in your dress. Oh God, I'm so sorry.
She releases him.
Don't apologize. We needed to break that hug. We still haven't done anything.
I think this is something.
So far, it's a conversation. You danced with our grandmother. You went further with her.
I am having a weird day.
Since we're stuck here, why don't you tell me what you really needed so badly from your room?
Okay, but prepare to be disappointed. No one cares about it but me.
I'm having a weird day too. Try me.
It's a watch.
You have a way with words.
There's not much more to it than that.
So the reason we aren't eating cashews on a gondola right now is just a watch.
A watch?
Give me your phone. I'm calling your dad.
Okay, it's a special watch.
Oh, the plot thickens.
It's one of those dumb calculator watches. At one point, it was a part of a set of 5. My college buddies and I were looking for one last hurrah for senior year. We couldn't organize a big trip like we wanted to, so we ended up just going to the fair. It was stupid, but we were like kids all day. We rode every ride we could find, and we ate way too much fried food. Before we left, we said we needed something to remember the day by, so we wasted hours and hundreds of dollars on one of those bottle games. You're supposed to throw this ball and knock over 3 bottles at the same time, but it's harder than it sounds. You just have to trust me. Anyway, we handed the booth guy 1 month's rent, and we each got a cheesy watch out of the deal. I know it's stupid, but on the way home, I was half drunk, sunburnt, full of fried dough, but I remember distinctly thinking that it was the absolute perfect day. Nothing could beat it. I figured the next perfect day would be my wedding day, when I'd see all those guys again. We'd put on our stupid watches and mug for the cameras, dancing horribly together and swapping stories until dawn. I knew I'd find the right girl eventually, but I also knew I'd already found the right friends. Now I need to start over completely. Nothing is right anymore, and I just don't want to leave without that watch. That's all.
That's not stupid.
Don't patronize me, please.
I'm not. That's a really sweet story. It doesn't matter what the watch looks like. It's not about the watch, but I get why you wanted it. I forgive you.
Thank you.
It's nothing. I mean, honestly, it is nothing. Why is it such a big deal? I mean, if they're so important, why didn't you have them on before now?
Those aren't the same 5 guys from college.
Well, people change.
No, I mean literally different people. Nice guys, just not the ones I wanted here.
Let me guess, she didn't think your friends were good enough.
Kind of, but it's complicated. One of them actually can't travel because he's on house arrest right now. But that's not really the point. In a way, she's right. People do change. Look at me. That was enough to get me in an elevator with the cousin with the eyelashes.
Sorry.
It's okay, cousin Nikki.
Stop calling me that.
Okay, Nicole, but it's just how I know you. She talks about you all the time, fondly.
Oh, I doubt that.
Why would I lie about this now?
I guess you're right.
I know you guys didn't have the ideal situation growing up, but from what I hear, you guys made the best of it.
We were best friends.
Did people change?
They did.
What happened?
It was me, honestly. As much as I hate to say it, it was me. I never felt included, even though my family, my real family, never did anything that made me feel otherwise. I feel like I was robbed of my childhood dealing with my own mother's issues and having to be the parent to my own parent. The time I spent with your better half were all perfect days to me. 2 kids, 4 months apart with a big yard to play in. We were the queens of all we surveyed. I think there's actually still a portion of that fort that we built up on top of that old property that they had.
It's still there.
It's still there?
I've seen it. Get to the changing.
Right. Well, high school, we couldn't pass the time making up stories and catching bugs anymore, so everything became a real life competition between us. I realize now that I was the only one competing. Still am. God, pathetic.
No, everyone is.
Maybe.
He presses a button. The lights flicker. The elevator is moving again.
What did you do?
I don't know. I hit the thing, and now the thing is, you know.
They gleefully hug and jump around a bit.
Careful there, Cassio. That is officially as far as we've taken things now.
I'm aware. Hey, out of curiosity, are we headed up or down?
Well, your floor number is the only one lit up. I'd say that's a good sign we're on the way to your watch.
Maybe we should just go back to the reception. I can explain everything, and we could just blame it on the alcohol.
I'm not drunk.
Neither am I.
I have a better idea. Why don't you grab your watch and go tell your new wife that story? She'll care. You know she will. Your friend with the ankle brace can stay home, but maybe you can wear your watch in the pictures. Either way, I think you'll be much better off if you tell her about the bottle game instead of the elevator.
You're pretty wise, Cousin Nikki. Thank you. Clearly, we are both lunatics, but maybe once the awkwardness wears off, we can be friends?
Ooh, can we go to the fair and get watches together?
He presses the button. Ding. The lights black out. Thanks so much, Noah and Brianna.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So good having you. We're going to send you back to the waiting room.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, that's one down. Hey, it worked. The next play that we have coming up is called Leaving Spaces by Kathy Wing. And this is going to feature Lisa Marie Newton and Nico Hewitt. So let's bring them in. Okay, we've got Nico, we've got Lisa Marie, and this is Leaving Spaces by Kathy Wing. It is afternoon on a spring day. The sun is shining, only slightly obscured from time to time by a few clouds drifting across the sky. There are sounds of birdsong and the gentle rustling of a slight breeze. Two people are making their way up a grassy hill. Sandra is moving a little more quickly, while Tony trudges along behind.
Come on, Tony, we're almost there.
I'm coming. Oh, what's the big hurry anyway?
I'm just excited, that's all. I've been waiting a long time for you to see this.
Tony arrives.
Okay, Mom, I'm here. What's this big, exciting thing you've been talking about all day?
It's right here. Wait a minute.
Sandra covers Tony's eyes with her hands. She guides him to another spot.
Whoa, wait, what are you doing?
Calm down. I just need you to be in the right spot.
They arrive at just the right spot, and Sandra turns Tony to face a different direction.
Okay, this is it. Are you ready?
Fine.
Are you sure? All right, here we go. 3,
Really? A countdown? Are you serious?
2.
This is ridiculous. Say 1 already.
Oh, I can't.
What? Why not?
Tony tries to remove her hands from his eyes, but he cannot.
Nope, not yet.
Come on, what's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. I just really want this moment to last. This is a big deal, and once it's over, it will never...
Do you think maybe we could both have the moment sometime today and with my eyes uncovered?
Right. Sorry, here we go. 3,
Not again.
2, on second thought.
Mom!
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Sandra uncovers Tony's eyes and looks at him with great excitement and anticipation. Tony looks around, a little confused.
Well,
what?
what do you think?
Think of what? What am I supposed to be looking at?
The tree, of course.
What tree? I don't see a tree.
The tree. It's right there.
She moves to the spot where the tree should be.
Don't you see it?
I'm sorry, there's no tree.
You really don't see it. Ugh, I don't believe this. All my planning, all the work I put into this. To come all the way up here, I thought everything was ready. I thought you were ready.
Ready for what? I don't understand.
Of course you don't.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing, it's nothing. Absolutely nothing.
This isn't my fault, You're the one who dragged me all the way up here. You're the one who said you had this amazing surprise. It's not my fault. There's nothing here.
So you can't see this tree. This huge tree with green leaves that shimmer when the sun hits them. Green leaves that glow when you touch them. It's right in front of you and you can't see it. Fine. What do you see?
I see grass that comes up to my knees. I see blue sky with a few clouds. That cloud right there kind of looks like a dragon or maybe a teapot. I'm not sure.
What else?
Do we really have to do this?
What else?
There's a little bit of a breeze and some kind of buzzing noise. I didn't notice it before, but I hear it now.
We also hear the buzzing sound. It starts faintly, but slowly grows in intensity through the dialogue.
Well, that's something at least.
She looks at the clock she wears on a pendant around her neck.
We need to figure this out pretty soon. We're running out of time.
No, we're not.
Tony,
I said no.
it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't change the fact that we don't have much time before.
Tony is backing away from her now.
Stop it. I don't want to talk about it. It's not true.
Tony, please don't back away from me now. You were almost there.
Almost where? Are we talking about the tree again? Your great, big, magical, invisible tree? Well, I still don't see it.
Tony.
And what the hell is that buzzing noise? It's getting louder. I suppose there's some kind of big, magical, invisible, flying insect around here too?
There's no insect. At least not that I know of. Don't let that distract you. You've got to focus.
She looks at the pendant clock again.
Please, Tony, try again. It's important.
What do you want from me? I've done everything you asked. I dropped what I was doing just so I could come up here and climb this hill with you. And why? To look for a giant invisible tree, which, as far as I'm concerned, may not even exist. Well, I don't see it. End of story.
Look, it's not about the tree. Well, not entirely. It's about time. Time that we're not going to get back again. Time that we don't have.
So now it's not about the tree, it's about time. That really clears things up.
Tony, remember when you were 5 years old and we started reading the Harry Potter books together? Your favorite story was one where Hermione used the time turner necklace. You said that if you had a time turner, you would use it to help people relive their favorite days whenever they wanted to. Well, believe it or not, that's what I'm trying to give you. You just can't see it. Or maybe you just don't want to.
I did try. There's nothing there to see.
The buzzing is getting louder now. Tony starts looking around, trying to find where it's coming from.
And that buzzing is driving me crazy. Where is it coming from? Are you telling me you don't hear that?
Sandra comes to Tony and puts her hands over his ears.
There. Is that better?
Yeah, better. So what do we do now? We can't just stand here forever with you covering my ears.
No, but maybe long enough for you to try one more time to find the tree.
So now it's the tree again.
Tony, please, we really are running out of time.
Okay, one more time. What do I do?
Just stand still and try to relax. Close your eyes and concentrate. Maybe imagine you've got a time turner of your own.
Tony closes his eyes and puts his hands holding an imaginary time turner necklace. He pantomimes giving it a couple of spins. Tony gasps and jumps away from Sandra.
Tony, what happened? Did you see it?
The wind is becoming stronger and the sky darkens. The buzzing is also getting louder.
I saw something. I can't be sure. What's happening? Where did this wind come from?
Tony.
That buzzing noise, it's so loud now. I can't stand it. Mom, help me. Where are you?
Tony, I'm here. It's okay. I'm here.
Tony closes his eyes as the wind fades away and the buzzing sound transforms into the rhythmic beeping of a heart monitor. Tony opens his eyes to find himself sitting beside a bed in a hospital room. His mother is lying in the bed. She has her hand on his arm.
Tony, I'm here. It's okay. I'm here.
Mom?
Sandra is weak, but she still makes the effort to comfort her son. Breathing is difficult. Her speech is halted as she struggles for air.
You were asleep. Finally. I didn't want to wake you, but I think you were having some kind of nightmare.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'm sorry if I upset you.
Don't you worry about me. I am glad you're awake, though. There are some things we need to talk about.
That can wait, Mama. We've got plenty of time.
No, that's not true.
But the doctor said if you just got some more rest.
The doctors have done everything they can.
Oh, I don't want to talk about this.
Not talking about it won't change it. The cancer wins. Now, please, just listen.
Okay, I'm listening.
Your Uncle Martin will be here this evening. He'll take care of the house and everything else.
I know.
I know you never had a father. Your Uncle Martin is a good man, though. He'll take good care of you.
Sandra takes the clock pendant from the bedstand and hands it to Tony.
I want you to keep this. It belonged to my mother. We both want you to have it.
Tony takes the pendant.
I know it's kind of girly, but maybe someday you'll have a daughter who'd like it.
Thank you. I love it. You should rest now to save your strength.
We don't have much time now, and I have one more thing I want to give you. It's here in the bedstand drawer.
Sandra hasn't the strength to open it, so Tony does it for her. Inside the drawer is a large leather-bound book. On the front cover is a large tree with leaves that seem to shimmer in the light. Tony is overcome with emotion when he sees it.
Oh my God, the tree. What is this?
Tony starts flipping through the book.
A few months ago, when I knew I wasn't going to make it, I started writing down everything I could remember so I could still be with you after.
I don't know what to say. How am I supposed to go on without you? I don't know if I can.
You can. And you will. I will be with you right here.
Sandra indicates the book.
I need to try one more time.
Tony holds the book to his chest and takes his mother's hand. He closes his eyes and gasps as he suddenly sees his mother's tree just as she described it. He leans closer to her.
Mom, I see it. Just like you said. It's okay. I'm going to be okay. You can rest now, be free. I love you.
Sandra smiles as her breathing slows and the heart monitor turns to a steady tone as the lights fade. Okay, thank you so much, Nico. Thank you, Lisa Marie. Such a pleasure to have you here on the broadcast tonight. I'm going to send these two fabulous people back to the waiting room here. And we are going to move on to our next play. Our next play is Dust in the Wind by Tyler Lemons. And in this play, we're going to be featuring Boulay and Renee Hewitt. Let me go ahead and bring them into the meeting. I got you, Renee. Okay. And B, you are muted. Okay. This is Dust in the Wind by Tyler Lemons. Lights up on the Angeles National Forest, but not that pretty bit. One of the really desolate spots that's just flat and desert. Though it's midday, the light is obscured by a massive dust storm. Stumbling through the storm is Alex, clearly lost and visibly frustrated.
I have to get back to the road eventually, right? That's just logic. And I am sure I have seen this bush before, so it must mean I am close. There is no way I will get lost, always just because of a little dust, right? I mean, I'm like 20 minutes from LA, so logically, I can't actually be lost. Help! Help! Who the hell am I fooling? I'm screwed. That's not my fault, is it, Wind? I mean, where the hell did you come from? Everyone said that the weather here doesn't change, so I just take my happy ass out for a hike, and now I'm in a remake of Dune?
Alex crumples to the ground, defeated. They check their watch, hold their ear, and groan.
What did I ever do to you anyway, Wind? Why are you being such a dick, huh?
What's up, my dude?
What? Hello? Is someone there? Please, sweet ever-loving Jesus and his toenails, be someone who can help me.
Oh, you sound like you're not having a chill day, bruh.
No, I'm not having a chill day, bruh. But I would be if I could just get back to my damn Prius. Where are you? Help me, damn it.
Dude, I'm right here. Just take a nice deep breath and calm yourself.
You want me to just breathe when I'm lost and talking to someone who isn't even showing themselves? How am I supposed to do that, huh? How? Huh?
Whoa, man, you are seriously wound up, man. What's got you so tweaked, dude?
Dude, you are talking to me in the middle of a dust storm and I don't know who you are or where you are and where I am, and you expect me to not be tweaked?
Yeah, isn't my dust storm rad?
Rad, I am lost. I cannot see. I cannot breathe. My face and arms hurt, and I am probably gonna die out here. But sure, your storm is rad. Wait, your storm? What does that mean?
Yeah, this is like the best one I've made in years, man. I'm so stoked you noticed.
Best you made. Look. I don't know why you were messing with me, but please just help me out here. I am begging you. I know you're a weirdo and probably just have your fun before you're gonna kill me and wear my face as a hat or something. But I would really love it if you would either go ahead and do that or help me find my car. Either one would really be an improvement on this conversation.
Oh, whoa, no, wait, That is hella unchill, bruh. I need you to take a super step back and calm down, okay?
How the hell am I supposed to calm down in this?
Suddenly, the air around Alex grows unnaturally calm, even as the storm rages a few feet away from them.
Better? Is it easier to calm down now?
What the hell is going on?
Well, seemed like the dust was bugging you, so I stopped it.
Who are you? Where are you? Please explain.
Oh, man, my bad. I am the Santa Ana Winds. Sup?
What?
Yeah, I rock through here every year being awesome and shaking everything up.
I am talking to the wind, which probably means I fell down and hit my head and I'm bleeding out. Cool.
Nah, man, I've been following you for a few hours now. You're cool. But I gotta ask you something.
Okay. Shoot, I guess.
Where are the rest of the meat bags?
The what?
Meat bags, like you. Man, every year I come through and there are like millions of you out playing in me. But this year, it's like all y'all are hiding or something. Where you at?
Oh, yeah, well, we're all supposed to be staying indoors right now. In fact, this park I'm in is closed. I'm not supposed to be here.
Indoors? Why?
There's this virus that is super contagious, and we shut down everything we could to try to keep people from catching it. It's been rough, but I think it is helping. We will be back to normal soon. I hope.
Oh, man. Bummer. That sucks. Oh, I miss you guys. Do you know what my other name is?
I don't even know your first name. Santa Alice or something?
Oh, Anna, man, Santa Anna. But they also call me Devil Wins because I make things go crazy, man. Cool, huh?
Sure.
So what about you?
What about me?
Well, if you're supposed to be staying inside, why are you here with me?
Oh, well, because. You know what? It's no big deal. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just wanted, but I can leave you alone. No worries.
Wind starts to pick up again.
No, please, wait!
Oh, so I can hear your story? Please.
Why?
Huh, because I'm lonely, dude. Now spill.
Okay. It's not that interesting, though.
Ha, dude, you're the only game in town, please.
Okay, fine. I will tell my story to the wind. Huh. Anyway, I just moved here a couple months ago. I'm a writer, and I was trying to get a screenplay picked up.
Oh, man, what do you write?
Mostly period pieces. Oh, here's one you'd like. Come, wind, blow, rack. At least we will die with harness on our back.
Wow. Oh, just wow. You wrote that?
No, that's Shakespeare. I am trying to adapt it, but no one seems interested. In fact, no one here seems interested about anything about me. I was living in New England and
So, don't get me started on those uppity nor'easters, man. They think they're so special, but they're nothing but cold, soggy snobs. The whole lot of them. Oh, sorry, man. So you were out there?
yeah, and I was writing a lot of plays, even getting some produced. I was doing okay. Good friends, cool partner. And then I got on Wii.
What the heck is that?
Basically, nothing was making me happy, and I was just sort of drifting. My partner left me. My friends all said I was a bummer, and my therapist said I should try a change. So I came out here to write movies. I mean, it's sunny. The people are either happy, pretending to be happy, or so drugged that they don't know the difference. And dreams come true out here. And the first month was great. I had a ton of meetings with really excited people. I was dating, hanging out on the beach. I thought I was in heaven. But no one called me back for anything. I got more and more isolated and hiding from my disappointments.
But how did you get here, man, playing in my dust, especially when all you're supposed to be inside?
Well, everyone was forced to be inside, so we all had to be inside near each other. And my apartment has thin walls. I could hear people calling loved ones saying they were scared. I could hear people making love, fighting, raising their kids, saying, and all of them talking about how scared they were, how mad they were, over and over every day. And if I went out on my balcony or down to the store, they would talk to me, share their trapped and festered feeling with me. And I would go home and write. I wrote about everyone. The family on food stamps above me who sing every morning after breakfast and play board games every night. About the woman who lives next to me who cries every day. I have never seen her face. I just hear her choked sobs through my bathroom wall. But about the gay couple below me who almost finished the adoption process when the quarantine hit. About the man across the way who bakes for all of us every day and always has a kind word and a smile for everyone he meets. And about the husband and the wife who get the cops called on them about once or twice a week, every week, but she won't press charges and she stays with them. About the immigrants down the hall who never talk to anyone because they're scared someone will call ICE. I have written all their stories. And it's some of the best work I've ever done. I sent some of the stories to a friend of mine in New York. He loves them. He wants to help me publish them. He got me a meeting with some producers who were looking for an anthology writer. They read a sample, they love it. They might want me to write for them full time.
Oh, sounds like you're crushing it, my dude. But again, why are you out here playing with the devil's winds?
Imagine I get hired to write these kind of stories. Being trapped, writing real, sad, painful stories forever. Constantly having these people in my head sharing their pleasure, their pain. I felt the walls of my tiny ass apartment closing in on me, and I got in my car and drove. I drove until I couldn't see the city, and then I parked on the roadside and hoofed it into this forest. I don't know what I was doing, but I had to go. Get away from people with their needs and wants and desires and anger and sadness. It was all becoming a part of me. I climbed until I was on a ridge looking down on the city far below. I stood there for I don't know how long, not knowing if I was headed down the long way or the very short way. And then you came along, hot wind practically blowing me away from the ridge into this basin. And now here I am, completely lost in every way I can be. I don't even know what time it is. I left my phone in the car and your dust has totally clogged my grandfather's watch. I don't know where to go and what to do. I don't even know who I am anymore.
Know why I'm the devil wins? Because I come in out of the east and change everything. When I'm blowing, people lose themselves, man. They become other versions of themselves, other possibilities. They make choices they never would. Some good, some bad, some completely crazy. As the wind, I cannot abide immobility. And so I will not let you stay immobile. I will not let you do nothing.
The wind increases around Alex.
I will give you two possibilities, man. Where the storm clears is your way back to the ridge. You can go back, sit in the spurts of wind, look over the city you thought you would love, and decide if you are even worth anything at all.
The area Alex entered from becomes lighter, friendlier looking, easier.
Where the storm worsens is the unknown, man. Maybe back to your car, maybe deep into the forest. Maybe you can get back to the city. Decide your future. Or maybe you'll fight through the forest for days, never knowing what could have what could have been.
The opposite side of the stage becomes more ominous, darker, and unfriendly.
Ha! Look, I got shit to do, man, and so do you. Bye!
There's a great gust of wind as Santa Ana leaves. Alex stands between the easier path and the harder, looking both ways as the lights black out. Thank you so much, B and Renee, for those fantastic performances. So glad to have you here tonight. I'm going to send you back to the waiting room.
Thank
you two
you
are great.
all.
Okay, just like that, we're already 3 shows in. We've only got 2 to go. I just want to butt myself back in to reintroduce the idea of giving this evening. We got the links down below. Please log on to those links, make a donation, encourage others to do so. This is really a word of mouth operation, and it's going to take a whole lot of us banding together to make sure that these organizations stay right where they are so that when this is all over, we can get back to them. Okay, up next, we've got 2 more plays. The next one on the docket is called Our Yearly Visit by Alayna Riley, and that is going to feature David Roderiguez and Kathy Wing. We've got Kathy. We've got David's. Okay. This is Our Yearly Visit by Alayna Riley. Martin and Glenda both sign on to their video chat.
Mom?
Martin, hello, sweetie. Can you see me?
Yes.
Good. Can you hear me? Because I'm not sure if I've got this thing working. This is a new laptop. Can never figure out how the damn thing works, but my desktop finally gave up on me.
No, it's fine. How are you? Just getting off work?
Yes, somehow. I ended up being there 4 extra hours. Didn't even realize until Stacy came up to me and ordered me to go home and sleep. They were understaffed, right? So I was just helping everybody.
It sounds like a great birthday to me. Did the patients at least sing to you or buy you cards from the gift shop? They do have those adorable teddy bears you like.
I wish. No, just a lot of scrambling to find a room for everyone. My God, some people were waiting in urgent care for 3 hours before we could even see them. And no one seems to understand the no visitors policy. So we were ushering family members out all day long.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
I've been so boring around over here. No customers in weeks. Now I've just been running the reel to keep the place from being creepily silent. Just cleaning and maintenance and stuff like that. Busy work, so they still have a reason to pay me.
Did the ushers get to stick around too?
No, I think it's just us projectionists and maybe a couple custodians. I don't know. I don't really leave my booth much during the day. How's Dad?
Bored.
How long's the office been closed?
About 6 weeks now. He's been trying to work with clients online, but having trouble figuring out the webcam and the programs. It's been slowing him down, so now he's only working with a couple of clients a day. Still doing a lot of math, though, so that keeps him happy.
Is he there? Can I see him?
No, let's not bother him right now. Getting to bed earlier these days, trying to conference call with his clients' kids running around and screaming in the background takes a toll on him.
Okay. How's Clara? I haven't heard from her in a while.
Well, her classes are all online now, so she's been adjusting to that. But don't be upset. She's just busy.
Is she back home?
No, she decided to stay in her apartment so she can be with her friends.
Her friends? Since when does Clara have friends?
Martin!
But isn't she always coming home for the weekend and telling you how much living in the dorms sucks? I told you she would hate living in a single. She can't force herself to go out and meet anyone if she stayed cooped up in her dorm.
Well, she's been doing better lately. Has a lot of friends from the community service group she signed up for. She lives with a couple of them now.
Since when?
Since I don't remember, but she's been doing really well with them. They help her study and take her out to parties sometimes.
Parties? Clara goes to parties? She hates talking to people.
Well, she's been coming out of her shell more. You should be happy for her.
Well, if she's so chatty, maybe she'll actually start calling me sometimes. Remember when I left for college and she cried?
Of course, she wouldn't stop sobbing the whole drive home.
Then she wanted to Skype with me that night.
Oh, she's such a good little sister.
Good, clingy, yeah, same thing, basically.
Hey, I know you loved talking to her every week while you were at school.
Yes, college guys love talking to their little sisters every Friday night.
I know. But it helped her a lot. She didn't have many friends back then. And you and Rebecca were all she had.
I guess not anymore. Can't even remember the last time she texted me. How's Bex been anyway?
Fine.
She and Phil still a thing?
No, they broke up a few months ago.
Why?
I think he was needing to move away for work and she didn't want to go.
I could see why. They were only together for like 6 months.
Well,
did you like him, Phil?
Oh, I thought he was great.
I never really got to know the guy.
He was so smart. I always loved when she brought him over for dinner. Your dad and him would go on for hours about Steinbeck novels and indie movies and everything. He was like another son to him.
Ha ha.
Rebecca always had a hard time in high school talking to boys. She was so much wiser and more mature than the other kids. And they were always intimidated by her or they just annoyed the crap out of her. But Phil was finally somebody on her level. Kept her interested and always wanted to hear about her.
Is she still working?
She's been sick.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Just didn't have the chance.
I feel like you could have found 2 minutes out of your day at some point to tell me.
I didn't want to stress you out.
Stress me out? I've been stressed out for weeks. I never see anyone. I just walk into my booth every morning, replay the same damn movie 8 times, then go home. I feel like I'm trapped in that room. The walls just keep getting smaller, and all I can do is walk back and forth, and never once getting a call or a text asking how I'm doing. Now you tell me one of my sisters isn't coming home and the other is sick. Why don't you ever tell me what's going on?
I don't get to talk to you very often.
Often? And what's stopping you from calling me more? I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, look. How sick is Bex?
Very. She started showing symptoms a couple weeks ago. It was just coughing for a while, but then she started getting worse. And I kept telling her not to go to work. I kept telling her to take it easy and rest, but she wouldn't listen. You know how she is, always putting school and work before herself. She had to be admitted last week. That's why I've been staying late, to keep an eye on her and make sure I can't go through it again.
Go through what?
Never mind. I'm working myself up.
Should I come over there?
What?
Should I come over there? I can help you guys while she's in the hospital.
No, you can't. It's not safe.
Not safe? I'd just be home with you guys. If Clara's not coming home to help you out, then I should. I can clean and cook dinner while you're at work, and so you don't have the stress about it. I can't believe Clara won't come home, even with her sister in the damn hospital.
There's a reason she doesn't want to come home, Martin.
And that is?
Forget it. I shouldn't have said anything.
What is your deal?
It's too painful for her to be here.
I feel like caring for her sister would be more compelling than being scared of getting sick.
Not that.
Then what? What's she so afraid of? Are you going to tell me why you're being so weird? Why no one's been talking to me? Did something happen? Did I do something? You're the only person I talk to now, and it feels like an eternity between each time I see you. So what? What is it?
I know. You only get to talk to me, but I don't know why.
Because my sisters hate me?
Oh, no, I mean, you know the reason why you never see anyone at work.
Well, I never leave my booth. After I restart the reel, I just sit and watch and read or...
Because there's no one else there. The theater's been closed for over a month.
Why would I be the only person they keep on then?
Don't you remember any of it? Anything we talked about last year?
I just talked to you like 3 weeks ago.
No, sweetie. It's been a year since I last saw you. Every year, to the day, ever since, you've talked to me. Always on my birthday. Even that night. I remember I came home that night after seeing you. I was in a daze and just saw that I had a call on my computer. It was you. I couldn't believe it. I just stared and you said, "Happy birthday, Mom. Wish I could stick around, but I got to start the next screening." And then you just disappeared. I thought I dreamt it until you called me again the next year and the year after that. But you never remembered. It was like the accident never happened.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either, but here you are again 3 years later.
But how? Why?
I don't know, sweetheart. I never wanted to tell anyone because I knew they wouldn't believe me. I wouldn't believe me. I think getting to see you made me move on faster, but your dad and Clara hasn't been home much since that day, and your dad, I don't think he's ever moved on. Rebecca was doing so well, even breaking up after Phil, but now this.
Mom, don't cry.
I can't go through this again. First you're gone, then Clara leaves, and now I don't know if Rebecca is gonna make it. Your dad is in denial about how bad it is, and she might be getting worse. He doesn't think he can lose two of you, so he tells me not to stay with her too much because she's not that sick. But I just can't. I wasn't there with you, and I want to be with her if anything happens.
Then stay with her and take me too.
What?
Take me. You said you haven't told anyone about me. Well, take her. Tell her. Take me so I can be with her too if she does. And you can tell Dad and Clara. That way they'll have to come see her too.
No. I can't do that. It would be too much for them.
Just give them hope again, knowing I can still be there. If you don't hang up the call, I can stay with you as long as you want.
You can't stay, especially after all this time. And like this?
So what? At least this way I can be with you guys.
On the screen while you're stuck in your booth?
I'm not stuck.
Yes, you are. I think instead of trying to stay here and help us, you should be trying to move on.
But I want to help Rebecca.
I know, but you don't have to be here to do that.
What do you mean?
Maybe what we need is someone to be there for her in spirit, to remind her that she has the strength to stay.
But what if I can't get her to stay?
You will.
You need to get Claire to come home.
I will.
And you need to take them both to see Rebecca.
I know.
Mama, I want to see the sun again.
You can. It's okay. I love you.
I love you too. Goodbye, Mom.
Blackout. Thanks so much, David. Thanks so much, Kathy, for being a part of the broadcast tonight.
Thanks, Paul.
Really appreciate you having you. I'm going to send you back to the waiting room.
Bye.
Great job. Great job. Before we move on to the final play, I just want to take a moment to especially, I've been thanking the actors all evening, but I want to thank all the writers who stayed up really late last night to contribute all of the work that you're hearing tonight. I can tell you from direct experience of last night and before that too, writing 10 minutes of play in a single night it sounds hard, and sometimes it's even harder than that. It's a little grueling, and I am so proud of the work that these writers submitted for this project. So thank you, all of you. We're going to move on to our final performance of the evening. This is a play. This is my own play. This is a play called Escape Room, and this is going to be featuring Elliot Anderson and Trevor Pekas. So let's bring Elliot and Trevor into the chat. We are connecting. Okay, looks like we've got both. So let's go ahead and dive into our final play of the evening. This is Escape Room by Paul Cosca. Jay and Stephen sit in two chairs facing opposite directions. They sit for a long moment, staring off into the darkness. Around them is a very strangely decorated room with pictures on the walls at odd angles and random pieces of furniture, which are almost entirely upturned and scattered around the room.
I think they forgot about us.
They didn't forget about us.
Then where are they?
That's the whole point of this. They don't just barge in here and tell us what to do. They want us to figure it out.
Do you have the time?
It's 8:30.
That means we've been in here for over an hour.
Well, they told us this was going to be one of the hard ones.
We found the locker combination. We found the key to the safe. We triggered the Rube Goldberg machine. What more could there possibly be?
Maybe if you weren't so emotional, we'd be able to figure this out.
Emotional? What the hell else am I supposed to be?
Calm, reasonable, logical.
I'm stuck doing some lame-ass escape room with someone I can barely tolerate on the best of days, and I'm pretty sure there's no way out. Tell me what's reasonable about any of that.
You don't have to be mean about it.
I shouldn't have come.
Why do you insist on being so negative? What do you get from it? Would it kill you to drop your guard and just enjoy something once in a while?
What could I possibly enjoy about this? What good is there? What is positive here? This is like something out of a nightmare.
See? That's it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You could take any situation and see the absolute worst in it. You are like a rain cloud full of piss.
That was really harsh.
Well, yeah, it was. And maybe I'll be sorry about it later. I probably will. Okay, I'm a little sorry, but I'm still really annoyed and sad. Why does this have to be so negative for you?
We're trapped in an escape room.
This is a chance for us to reconnect, bond a little bit. That's what these things are all about.
I'm just here because you said this would make us even. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
What the hell happened to you, man?
What do you care?
What? Of course I care. Of course.
You've got your whole thing going. You've got a whole other life.
That doesn't mean I'm just gonna stop caring about you, man.
Well, you don't have to. No obligation. Don't worry. I'm fine.
You're not.
I'm fine.
I was 12.
Jesus.
I was 12 and you were 14. It's fall and we were up on the ridge behind the house. Well?
Well, what?
Are you with me?
Where else could I possibly be?
We're up on the ridge and I'd just gotten the absolute crap knocked out of me at school. Do you remember?
I don't know.
I had a black eye, and my glasses were all busted, and my shirt was torn. Half the buttons were popped off.
You shouldn't have worn a button-down shirt to school. Who does that?
I was all beat up, and we went up to the bridge together, and you sewed the buttons back onto my shirt. I didn't ask you to do it, but you knew I liked that shirt a lot.
That shirt was terrible.
Yeah, it was, but you did it anyway. And we were really quiet while we were up there. But when you handed me the shirt back, do you remember what you told me?
It was forever ago.
Do you remember? You said, even if we don't have anybody else, we always got each other. Do you remember?
Nobody is beating me up.
Okay.
And we're not in school anymore, and I'm not going to sew your damn shirts anymore. And it doesn't matter anymore if we don't have anybody else.
And you're fine.
No. But that doesn't matter either.
They sit in silence for a long moment. Stephen sighs and begins to reach into his pocket.
Is it supposed to be a nice weekend?
The weather?
Yeah.
You expect me to know the weather report right offhand?
Well, do you?
I mean, yeah, I do. Just seems a little presumptuous.
Is it supposed to be nice?
Sunny on Saturday, 20% chance of rain in the afternoon on Sunday.
Nerd.
You're the one who asked. And why?
Maybe we can go and see Mom.
That's one hell of a 180.
I'm trying.
Okay.
So what do you think?
Yes, of course. Have you gone?
No.
I've only been once or twice. I put flowers there a few months ago.
I just couldn't.
I know.
It's not that I didn't want to.
You wanted to go?
Yeah. It's not like I don't care.
I just figured...
What?
Well, I just figured you and Mom didn't see eye to eye.
That's one way of putting it.
You hated her.
What?
Didn't you?
You're blowing things way out of proportion. Again, like always.
You two would scream at each other.
That's loudly communicating.
Did you even talk at the end?
Of course we did. You know, maybe that's the whole problem.
What?
Your whole problem. That you take these slight grievances and interpret them as being massive issues. I don't talk to you for a couple months, and you think the sky is falling. Mom and I yelled once in a while, and so we must have hated each other.
2 minutes ago, you were telling me I should stop caring about you.
Well, maybe I just want to say a damn thing every once in a while without you turning into a full-on court case. You get all crime and punishment on my ass every time I say something.
Oh, Crime and Punishment?
Yeah, the book.
I know the book. Do you know the book? Have you ever read it?
I've read it.
What's it about?
Crime? And punishment?
Oh, you're an idiot.
Okay, so I haven't read the book. But you know what I mean. You analyze every single word that comes out of my mouth so much that I don't want to say anything at all. So I don't. And you freak out. If you freak out at me over the little stuff, how the hell am I supposed to come to you with the big stuff?
The big stuff?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, come on.
You're going to freak out.
I'm not? I'm not. I promise.
So, when Mom died, I was already in a pretty bad place. The girl I was with had just left me like a month earlier, and
I didn't even know you were with someone.
it was a whole... That's not what this is about. I was already in a bad place, and I just got to the point where it was all too much. All of it.
Sure. Of course, man. I felt that.
But that's the thing. It's almost like I couldn't feel it. Like I couldn't feel anything at all. Every time I tried to think about what was going on, I would just shut down completely. The day of the funeral, I turned on the car in the garage, and I just sat there. I couldn't make myself do anything. I wanted to go to the service, but I was frozen. It felt like if I tried to think about it, like everything was going to come crashing in on me, and I sat there, and the car was running, and it occurred to me that if I sat there for long enough, it would just take care of the whole thing for me.
You tried to kill yourself?
I didn't try to do anything, but I thought about it. And it didn't sound so bad right then. So that's why I haven't been to see her, because I just couldn't. It was too much.
But you want to go?
I want to try. I love you, man.
I love you too. Thank you for telling me.
No interrogation?
No, I'm not going to go all crime and punishment on you.
Shut up.
I'll hit you with some War and Peace instead.
Maybe if you weren't such a nerd, I wouldn't have to sew your dumb shirt buttons.
Yeah? But how would you find out about the weather? Watch the news or something? Like a barbarian? I found the key to the door, by the way.
Where was it?
In my pocket.
You dick!
Blackout. Thank you, Elliot. Thank you, Trevor. Fantastic job, both you guys. I'm going to stick you back in the waiting room. And I want to take a moment to just thank everyone who was involved in this broadcast, all the writers, all the actors, so much hard work happening in the last 24 hours. And thank you to all of you at home watching right now. It's so great to be able to share these stories with you. Please, if you haven't done so yet, take a moment, donate to one of these theaters down below. Give $5, give $10, give what you can, because we all love the arts. And it is only with our continued support that we are going to have these organizations to come back to when this is all done. And it'll be done. We will emerge out of this. We're going to come back strong soon. So right before we end here, I just want to talk to you briefly about what's next for this channel. We've done a reading of an original work. We've done now readings of 5 other additional works, and all with adults. And now I want to change gears a little bit for the next thing. I would really like to be working with students for the next production. So if you are or know folks who are 18 or younger, send them my way, because what we're going to do is we're going to do Shakespeare workshops culminating in a reading of one of Shakespeare's works. The Rogue Valley is awash in the works of Shakespeare, and I would love to be able to share with you at home the joy of Shakespeare told through kids. So that's what's coming up next. Stay tuned, and thank you all so much for watching. It's been a pleasure. See you soon.